Hello and welcome to this video on sales taxes in Manitoba, focusing on the PST and GST. When you purchase goods in the province of Manitoba, you'll typically be charged two taxes on the price of those goods at the time of sale. You'll be charged a provincial sales tax, which is currently set at 8%, and you'll be charged a goods and services tax, which is currently set at 5%. The provincial sales tax is collected and then paid by the store to the provincial government, the government of Manitoba, and the goods and services tax is paid by the store to the federal government. The PST is 8% in Manitoba currently, but it differs from province to province. For example, Alberta has no provincial sales tax. The GST is the same in every province in Canada, so no matter where you are, you will be charged 5% on your purchases. For this course, we recognize that there are some purchases that are exempt from one or the other of these taxes. We will make the assumption that if you're told to add taxes in a question, that you're to add both taxes, the PST and the GST. So let's look at a first example. You buy a shirt at a store in Portage Place Mall. The price tag lists the cost of the shirt at $20. What's the total cost of that shirt after taxes? In order to calculate this, first take the price of the shirt, and first we're going to calculate the PST on the price of the shirt. So the PST is 8%, so we're going to multiply the cost of the shirt by 8%, which as a decimal is 0.08. You can find that amount either by moving the decimal two places to the left in 8%, or taking 8 divided by 100. 20 times 0.08 is $1.60. That is how much PST is going to be added to the price of the shirt. We're then going to do a second calculation for the GST. The GST is charged on the original price of the shirt. You don't add in the $1.60 PST. You just take the original $20 and you times it by 5%. Again, remembering to move the decimal over twice for 5%. $20 times 0.05 comes out to a nice even dollar. That's how much you're going to pay in GST. So to get the total cost of the shirt, you have the price of the shirt, which was $20. You're going to add on the $1.60 in PST, and you're going to add on the dollar in GST, giving you a total cost for the shirt of $22.60. Note that you will pay the entire $22.60 when you purchase the shirt. It's the store's responsibility to split it into PST and GST and then distribute it to the correct governments. In example 2, we're going to calculate the cost of a video game that was $69.99. We want to know what was the price after taxes. We're going to show you 3 different ways you can do the cost after taxes. The first method is what we just showed you. Take the $69.99 and we're going to do PST and GST separately. So we're going to times that by 0.08 for the PST. That's $5.60. You'll note that your calculator gives you more decimal places. You always round money to 2 decimal places. And then we take the price of the video game again, and we times that by 0.05. That gives us, rounding off, $3.50. So we take $69.99 plus the $5.60 in PST plus the $3.50 in GST, giving us a total of $79.09 for the game. It's important to note that if you owned a store, that is the way the tax must be calculated separately and shown on the receipt as a separate calculation. However, in math class, we sometimes take a shortcut. 8% for PST and 5% for GST, if you combine them, makes a total 13% tax. So we could take the $69.99, the price of the game, and times that by 0.13. That's 13% converted to decimal. Again, either by dividing by 100 or moving the decimal over twice. That gives you combined tax of $7.10, which is what you would get if you added, $9.10, which is what you would get if you added together the two taxes from our previous method. So when we take the $69.99 plus the $9.10, combined, that makes $79.09. It's not legal to calculate taxes that way if you own a store, but for math class, since we're going to be calculating taxes a lot, it's a nice little time saver. If you want to get even quicker, you can ask your teacher if they allow you to do this. You can take the price of the item you're purchasing, and instead of multiplying it by 0.13, you can multiply it by 1.13. The 0.13, as we discussed here, is the two taxes together, the 8% and the 5%. This initial 1 will take the 8% and the 5% and automatically add them to the cost of the item. If you do that on your calculator, you get directly to $79.09, which was the cost of the game after taxes. There's no need to do the add-on step if you use this method. Again, before you use this method, check with your teacher to make sure that that's allowed. The only drawback to this method is you don't know then how much tax was paid, as we'll see in the next example. So in example 3, you bought 3 bags of chips for a party. Each bag cost $3.50. How much PST and GST did you pay? Every now and again you'll run into a question like this where they don't want to know the total price that you paid. They just want to know the taxes. So first I'm going to go 4 bags of chips times $3.50. That's $14 for a bag of chips. If they want to know how much PST and GST we paid, we are stuck going back to multiplying the 14 by the PST, which is 8%, and the 14 times the GST, which is 5%. $8 of $14 is $1.12. That's our PST. And $14 times 5% is 70 cents. And that's GST. There will be cases in class where you do need to know only the tax amount and not have to add it onto the total, in which case you have to calculate them separately as we showed here. In our last example, we really just want to look at what this phrase means, including taxes. Your new calculator costs $28.24 including taxes. How much did you pay for your calculator in total? The answer requires no calculation. It's $28.24. The phrase including taxes means the price that they've reported has already had the taxes added onto it. You'll see this every now and again in math class if your teacher wants to focus not on the taxes being added, but on some other facet of the question. So just watch out for that word. If it says including taxes, that means taxes have already been added on and you don't need to add taxes in yourself. So in summary, remember the PST is 8%, the GST is 5%. You can calculate them separately and add them to the price of the goods. You can calculate them together at 13% to save yourself a step, or you can take the cost of the item times 1.13 to jump right to your final cost in one step. Thanks for watching.